Hello everybody, welcome to HDpiano. My name is Dion. Today we're learning how to play Jocelyn Flores by XXXTentacion. This is part 1. We're going to learn how to play the main chord progression of the song. This part sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is our main chord progression that loops around through the whole song. If you know the song, you'll know that this part is actually played on a guitar. So we're taking this guitar part and applying it to the piano, which I love to do personally. Our right hand starts just below middle C here. We're going to get in position to play a couple of notes from an F minor chord. So we're going to start with our thumb on F and our second finger on A flat. And we play our F first, and then F and A flat at the same time. So we have the F by itself, and then F and A flat together. Our next group of notes is on an A flat major 7th chord. Our right hand is going to play these notes out of that chord. It's going to play G with our thumb, C with our third finger, and E flat with our 5th finger. So those 3 notes together. You'll notice that looks a lot like a C minor chord, and it is, but later on when we add our left hand to this, we're going to add an A flat. It will become an A flat major 7th magically. So our first bar, we have our F minor couple of notes, our F and A minor, and then our A flat major 7. Rhythmically through this part, we're going to be accenting beats 2 and 4 with all of our chord shapes. Over this first bar, our first 2 notes come in on beats 1 and 2. So beat 1, we have a rest with our right hand. We have 1 and 2. Then on beat 2 and, our second chord comes in. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So hear that short accent I did on beat 4? That's to simulate this sound of the guitar being strummed while the strings are muted. You get this kind of chuk sound. So we're approximating that on piano with a nice short staccato chord. So that first bar again with just our right hand, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Moving on to the next bar, we go to a sort of very wide chord here. Our thumb is going to reach down to E flat, our third finger on B flat, and our 5th finger on D. So it's kind of 3 notes out of what looks like an E flat major 7th chord. Again, we're going to magically add a new bass note to this, which is C with our left hand, to make this a C minor 9th chord, very jazzy chord. So our second bar starts with this chord, same rhythm as before, well not really, but we're going to accent our beat 2. So we have 1 and 2. And then we move on to a G minor 7th chord. Our right hand is going to keep our 5th finger and third finger on D and B flat. Our thumb's going to move up to F. This comes in on beat 2 and we play it again shortly on beat 4. So for this second bar, we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Once more, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's add our left hand to these 2 bars that we've just learned. We start off with our left hand playing F, and it happens on beat 1 of our first bar. So as we go through those 2 notes with our right hand, we're going to lead off with our left hand. On beat 1, it will sound like 1 and 2. I'm going to try to double up that accent on 2 with our left hand as well. So 1 and 2. Then we're landing on our A flat major 7th chord. With our right hand, again we're playing G, C and E flat. Left hand will play A flat. So this one bar by itself with both hands, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We then follow that up with our C minor 9th chord. So we have C with our left hand. Our right hand plays our big wide chord with E flat at the bottom. So our left hand and right hand are very close together here. Right hand, if you can't remember, was E flat, B flat and D. And as we move to our next shape with our right hand, our G minor 7th with F, B flat and D with our right hand, we play a G with our left hand. It's really interesting how adding new bass notes to different chords in the right hand creates new chord extensions. So we've seen that adding an A flat to a C minor chord gives us an A flat major 7th, and adding a C to an E flat major 7th chord gives us a C minor 9th, and then adding a G to a B flat chord gives us a G minor 7th. It's one of my favorite things to do on piano is to experiment around with playing chords, major or minor or 7ths, whatever in my right hand, but then experimenting with different notes in my left hand. Bars 3 and 4 repeat this same progression, but we don't have our little run of notes from that first count of our F minor. We're actually going to start this next bar by playing a regular F minor in root position. So we have F, A flat and C with our right hand, with our thumb, 2nd and 4th finger. You could also use your 3rd finger on this if you wanted to. It might make it a bit easier to change to our next shape. And then we're going to repeat through our progression from earlier. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So these bars 3 and 4 are very similar to bars 1 and 2, but we have this F minor coming in as a chord block rather than our series of broken up notes. So let's play through this whole progression nice and slowly, both hands. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 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 3 and 4 and. Feeling good? So this, as I said, is a guitar song, but we're taking this onto the piano. We get some really interesting voicings happening here. We're going to take this again to speed it up a little bit, and then we're kind of done. Now, this artist, XXXTentacion, I don't know much about myself. I think this is a beautiful song. In doing my research, I found out he's not very nice as a person. So this raises an interesting debate. I want you to let me know in the comments if there's any favorite artists of yours who have done some naughty things that have made you stop listening to their music or think differently about their music. So let us know in the comments if there's any artists that have crossed a line that affects how you listen to their music. Let's go through this one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful work. The good news is this progression repeats through the song about 9 or so times. But we have broken this tutorial up into a few parts as always. Part 2, we're going to cover a melody version of this song, playing that beautiful haunting melody that happens over the top of that progression, which we don't normally do, but we thought that would be a nice thing to do for this song. So join me at HDpiano for part 2, as well as our whole song playthrough. While you're online, make sure you visit requests.hdpiano.com. Let us know what you want us to teach you. You can follow us on all social media at HDpiano. And my name is Dion. I'll see you for part 2. Bye-bye.